Hi everyone, it's Jennifer Meyer here with Master of the Magic. I'm a travel agent and I'm also a scrapbooker. So I also have another channel which is called Crafting Memories with Jen Meyer. And I'm probably going to post this on both because I think it's a good thing to show some scrapbooking ideas as well as some planning and some things that you can expect if you're doing a Disney cruise. So the first thing I have for you is the album that I bought. What I'm going to do in this video, it's not a process video, it's not a completed project video, it's just kind of a showing you all of the pieces that you might need to start your album and things that you might want to be, looking for while you're on your trip. So I'm going to start with the album that I bought, which was, I did buy it on board the Disney, I'm trying to find a good spot for my notes here. I did buy it on board the Disney cruise. If you don't want to spend the money, they are expensive. If I had to guess, let me see if I remember. It was $29.99, so it was $30. If you don't want to spend $30 in an album, find something from your local scrapbook store or Michael's or Joann's and use that. It's important that you capture the memories. It's not necessarily important how you do that. So I did opt for this album. On the particular cruise that we went on, we were sailing in December. The dated albums that year, not at the beginning of our cruise, but about halfway through our cruise, they did put them on sale. So that's the one that my mom got, and I will show you the paper packet that I got. But we went on this cruise with my parents, so it was more than just my immediate family, and I really loved the design on this album. So this is the one that I bought. Again, it was $29.99. I think I had some onboard credit, so I used it on that. So I'm going to actually open it up. I just got all my photos printed, so I'm trying to get all of my things together. So let's open this up and see what you will get with a scrapbook album that you buy on board a Disney cruise. So again, there were just the two options when I was on my cruise, which was in December of 2018. There was this one, and then there was one that was had like the date actually printed onto the album. So you're going to get this. I'll pull out protecting, and look at all this cute paper. So you guys know, if you scrapbook Disney stuff, they don't come out with a lot of paper. I'm sure between the licensing and the scrapbook manufacturers, there's just not a whole bunch of different things that are available. So, I use a lot of Simple Stories. I use some Echo Park and some Photo Play, but other than those, back Sandy Lion and some other ones, there's not a whole lot of new things. So there's a couple pages of this paper. There is some here that has, some nice stripe to it. So you get several pages of those. Disney Cruise Line paper. That is super cute. So, again, I'll probably pull all of these out and use them. Oh, gosh, look at all these. If I use this as a title page, look at all these Disney cruises I should go on. Oh, and this is a great background one. So I'm really happy with these papers. Not being able to see it before we bought it, that's, these are pretty. I like them. Oh, and a nice big pocket to put some, extra things in there that they don't fit. Oh, and it's double-sided. Look at that. Oh, so, okay, there we are. I'm pretty pleased with that purchase. I think that's worth $30. So anyway, so that's my album. The other things, of course, that you're probably going to need are some paper. So I'm really thankful that this album came with that much paper. Again, some of the other paper suppliers that I do use for some of my other Disney albums are Echo Park, Photo Play, Cricut, although I think the Cricut paper is extraordinarily overpriced and it's usually, you can never get it on sale. And then I also do, let's see, do I have it? I also, let's see, I'm going to show you the paper pack that I got on the cruise, which was on sale. So it was dated. So that's here. Let's open that up. So when we bought this paper pack, sorry, I'm still looking around for my other thing that I was going to show you, which apparently I was not that well prepared. Well, maybe I put it away. Maybe not. All right. So this was the scrapbook kit So 2018 is when we were on this cruise. We sailed December, I think it was like the 7th to the 14th. So about halfway through our trip, they put these on sale. I want to say it was 30% off, which is a pretty decent discount. So at that point in time, I had already bought my album. My mother had bought her album, which was the one that was dated 2018. And I think we bought it on our first or second day. The guest services was more than happy to exchange that. They gave my mom her money, the difference back on that, and then I picked this up to go with my album. So let's just open this up so you can see. So it was $14.99, and after you took that 30% off, it brought it to around $11 or so. So this was so these are some of the things that I'll be using to get my I'm going to try to power scrap this and get things kind of laid out, and I'll show you how we do that. So let's see, we've got some frames. Oh, these are great. And that other album was kind of all in these themes. So these are some super cute, the original Captain. So some nice frames, some sticker banners. Let's see, some more die cut stickers. Let's see, you can see those without the glare too much. Again, more die cut stickers, and you can see how they make this to go on whatever ship you're on. So that's great. A whole bunch of letters and some patterned paper that are dated to the year Disney Cruise Line 2018. So you'll see why if you're sailing towards the end of the year, or maybe even in January, if they'll still have these, they'll want to discount those. So anyways, so there's the paper. The other set of paper that I'm going to use, which of course I don't apparently have here at the moment, but I will try to, oh gosh, I guess I'll have to edit, is I am a Close to My Heart consultant, and they have a really great paper pack these days called Seize the Day, which apparently I have put away, but that is a great paper pack that will work with this album that we're working on. So the next thing you definitely need to have are your photos. So Shutterfly just had a sale with their photos and their enlargements, which, hold on, I'm going to grab something to show you here. One moment. All right, oops, did I move you? I probably moved you. So you definitely want to get your photos printed as soon as you can. Don't let them languish online for so long. I did, but I got a great sale with Shutterfly. And the reason why I do like Shutterfly as opposed to Costco or some other places is that Shutterfly does print the date the photo was taken on the back of the photo, which saves me in my sanity. So this photo was taken on December 7th. Some of my screenshots and things like that, the photo doesn't necessarily translate over, but I do like the fact that Shutterfly prints the date on there. So this one was taken on the 10th. So I ordered a whole bunch of 4x6s, which is what these are, and some 5x7s, and I did sort through them. Of course, they come kind of in the order that you uploaded, but not always. So I did go through and sort them all by day, and then I sorted them all by chronological order of what happened during that day. So you can see this is our boarding. So this goes through our whole thing. Now, what I will tell you is if you have older children or a spouse and they're taking photos too, don't forget to go back through and grab some of their photos. I did take, I think, the majority of the pictures on this trip, but before I put these down with glue, I will go through and make sure that I'm not missing some essential things that they might have captured. And again, some of those teens are off on their own, so they might have their own pictures of events that you didn't go to, and you know they'll want to remember that. So those are the 4x6s, and then I also got and put, I'm storing them separately, some 8x10s and 5x7s. So once you kind of get all your stuff organized, don't forget you'll want to have, so we had some great things that I know I'm going to make feature pictures of. So that's where a couple of these to make sure that you've got some nice pictures for your enlargements. So there's that. And one thing, I don't want to forget to tell you this. One thing that one of my clients told me that she did was she would screenshot the on the navigator, you know, everything's on the app now these days with your phones. She would screenshot, let me see if I can find one. Of course, I tried to do it and I think I'm missing a few. She would screenshot the day of the navigator of the app. Let's see if it's on this one. Yeah, here's one. And it would tell you the day. So these I'll trim down. Our first day was Friday, December 7th. And this was the picture. For the different places that you were at, it would have a picture of that city or the island or something like that. So I thought that was a nice tip. So get your photos done, get your enlargements done, and don't forget to check the other members of your family to see what sort of photos they might have to add to your memories. You don't want to miss out on those. Okay, and then the last thing we really want to talk about is what kind of other stuff are you going to be putting into this album. So when we got home, I immediately went and got one of my Iris boxes, and started throwing everything in there that I could think about. So all of these things are things that may go into the album. So I'm going to just walk you through some of those things. Well, we were on our cruise. They did do a scrapbook day. So you went to one of the activities that was listed in the navigator or whatever they call it, and one of them was a scrapbook day. And so this is just a laser printout of, you know, different things that they had. So it's nothing spectacular. You can cut them apart and put them in your album. And then they did give us this nice page, which is kind of generic, but it's got a nice glitter on it. So it doesn't have the specific ship name on it, but you can add that. And then the other sheet that they gave us was this one here. Which again, I don't know that you can buy these anywhere. There's no brand name on them, but that was nice. The other things you might have that you're going to get are your luggage tags. The kids collected confetti. Somebody gave them an eye patch. This is the printed navigator, which now they no longer print. I think you can probably get one down at guest service. So I'll put these maybe in that back pocket because they are double-sided. I probably aren't going to glue them. Other things that you might get, like tickets for shore excursions. My husband did a beer tasting, so that's what this was. This was our powwow reservation that they sent us a nice... I remember we had scheduled it, and then we didn't realize we scheduled it for Pirate Night. And so they did offer to switch us, and so I had kind of written some notes on when they were willing to switch us to that. But they did send us a nice note to remind us of our powwow reservation. So I've got that. This was this was a folder that I had kind of grabbed to keep things home, to bring things home with us, to keep them nice and flat. There was, of course, stationery in our stateroom with some postcards and some letter sheets that they gave us. Some things that we had gotten from other people. And our fish extenders were some stickers and things. Oh gosh, all sorts of things. Oh, our castaway key bibs that we had to run on the ship. Oh, it was so heartbreaking. We could not dock at Castaway Key, so we did have to we never got to go onto the island. Pictures that the kids drew at the kids club. So try to bring a folder or something flat that'll help protect some of your things from getting crushed in your suitcase when you are traveling home. So that's what this was. After our trip, we went and spent some time at the Alamo. We spent some time in San Antonio with some family, and these were just kind of things. We were in San Antonio. This is a dancer that we know from our hometown, and she's a professional ballerina, and they happened to be touring through there after we were there. And it was so funny because we saw this on a newsstand somewhere. And we're like, wait, we think we know her. So that was kind of it is a small world, people. I'm telling you, it's smaller than you think. Some things that we got from the restaurants. We went to a vacation club presentation. We went because we wanted the free pins for our kids, and then they traded them at the pin trading, and we got some shipboard credit. But there's a story to that. If you want to know that, you'll have to let me know. Our port check-in stuff, some receipts. Again, these really cute tags that we got on some of our fish extender things, our airline check stuff, our gift cards that we had brought to help pay for some things, our name tags from Pirate Night, our bandanas that you'll get. Oh, the big bill. Don't look at that. Let's see, more navigators. Always bring a highlighter, although now, it's electronic, but we used to travel with a highlighter so you could highlight the things that you don't want to miss. Oh, maps from San Antonio. And so these are just some of the things that you're probably going to come home. Oh, this was interesting. George Bush died right before we went, and we were going through his airport. So we arrived very late at night. They did have a special exhibit that we could not see because we arrived fairly late in the evening. But I did save the newspaper just to kind of, this was the day that we traveled, was on the 6th, and our cruise took off on the 7th. Again, do not ever, ever fly on the day that your cruise departs. Please, 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 please go the day before, which is what we did. And just some other things that I had kind of, these are those books. They don't mail these books any longer, but these I'll probably put in that pocket. So, oh, this is from our tip sheet. If you prepay your tips or just have them charged, what they'll do at the end is they'll give you a list of these perforated things, and you just hand them to your different people, and it's all done. And you can add a little extra cash in there if you like. We did do that for some of our people that were extremely helpful. So anyways, that is that. I hope you are a little bit more organized than I am, but I did want to share with you, this will be the start of me actually getting this album put together, because I do have most of my photos here and ready. So there you go. Maybe I'll try to post a video every couple of weeks of my progress. Maybe that'll help me stay on task. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you got some ideas or some tips on what you could do or include in your Disney scrapbook, or some tips for your cruise. If you do have any questions, of course, private message me or email me at jennifer@masterthemagic.com, and I'd be happy to help. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it.